Mythics. How are we all? Yes, we are back. It's Saturday, 10 o'clock UK time, there or thereabouts. My name is Ken Boyter, but you probably already know that because you've been watching the Edra Tales Twitch channel and YouTube channel. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If you haven't, then you won't know who I am, but you will know who I am because I've just told you. Anyway, this is Loquacious. He's from the Bottled Imp. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Yes, we are doing another Edra Tales, or I should say Edra Scrolls, rambling of a storyteller. This is the show where I basically ramble on about fantasy, anything to do with fantasy. Fancy board games, fancy books, fancy films, fantasy... Is there anything else? Other fantasy stuff as well. And also I talk about your creative projects. I talk about my creative projects as well. Good morning, Sally. Good morning. How are you? And good morning, Dylan. How are you? Hope everything's going well. Can I just say, if you've not been reading Dylan's Oracle descriptions that he has been writing for the Story Spark cards, please do so. He posts them up on his own Facebook groups and his own Facebook timeline. Plus, he does then put them into the Edra Tales Facebook group as well. So very grateful for that. So thank you very much. And we have Martha. Good morning, Martha. How was the theatre? How's the theatre? Hopefully you and your gran had a lovely time. Yes, it's how am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. Is the music too loud? I was just thinking, see, this is how scary the algorithms are. I was just thinking, oh, it's nice and sunny. It's spring. Spring has sprung. And then when I loaded up the YouTube, what comes up? It says springtime in Skyrim. Not springtime for Hitler. That's something different. Springtime in Skyrim. So that's scary how they just read my thoughts. Or the fact that it's actually just springtime and someone's put springtime on together thinking, oh, that'd be quite cool. It's springtime. People will resonate with that. Probably more that. Probably more that. It was super fun. Some of the humour I didn't get. I had fun with my grandma. Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad that it went well for you. Let me just reach over, have a little troll's blood. Sorry, Sally, I'm drinking your troll's blood. Sorry. That sounded wrong as well, didn't it? Hey. Hey. Yes, and in true tradition of me doing my live streams, I have pretty much just woken up. I'm not a morning person, as you've probably all gathered. I do prefer the evenings, and I burn the candle at both ends. And good evening. Talking of the evenings, good evening, Lee Rin. Happy birthday to Lee Rin. It was Lee Rin's birthday yesterday, or was it the day before? So happy birthday to you. And it was my birthday on Thursday, so happy birthday to me. Obviously, I'm the more important one. Oh, it's your birthday today. Oh, sorry. Clearly, I'm still the more important person. No, good. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Yes, fantastic. To the League of Aries. Yeah, absolutely. All the best people are born in April. It's the best month. It is the best month. Oh, and October. Pretty much all my family are born in October. It's crazy. My mum wasn't. My dad is. My brother is. And my son is. Yeah, what did you see at the theatre? That's a good question. And happy birthday to both of us. That's very kind of you. Thank you. All the best. Actually born in October. Oh, okay. I see where this is descending. Is it your birthday? Let me guess your birthday then, Jonathan. I'm going to say the 14th of October. Whoa, yes. Got it right. I like that. I've just fact-checked that. No, September is the best. Here we go. Oh. Well, talking of birthdays then, shall I show you a few of my gifts? Classic. Thatcher's Gold. Thatcher's Gold. Thank you to Victoria for the Thatcher's Gold. That'll keep me going. Also, these are disgustingly delicious. These are dirty chocolate. Thank you, Victoria, for those as well. We also have, oh yeah, these. This is from my good friend Helen. And thank you, Helen. Starlight. Oh, let's do one of these. I've not done one yet. How to use the cards. These are little mini tarot. Another dendro ring on Ken. Oh, I see, like a tree. Yeah. We have some Thatcher's Gold in the fridge. Oh, now we live in Somerset. They do check, though, don't they? They come round. I think the council come round to see if you've actually got Thatcher's Gold in your fridge. You can get fined if you haven't. And quite right, too. Thank you, Lee Rin, and happy birthday to you, of course. So, look at these. These are the backs of the cards. What are they? Nice little sunshine. Oh, sun and the moon. So these are starlight. So basically we're going to shuffle them. Let's do it now then. Let's shuffle them to see what the day will bring, what the day is all about. So let's shuffle them up. There we go. Okay, now I've never pulled one of these before. We're going to do this one. Attract. Attract. Like the moon and the ocean, you attract good things into your life. There you go. So that is what we're doing for all of us. That's not just me. This was a group card. So, like the moon and the ocean, you attract good things into your life. Think on that. So there we go. So, also, power of manifestation. Will good things into your life. So that's great. Love those. Thank you, Helen. Then we have we got some lovely gifts. I'll tell you what. Let me get them out of the bag. So we have from Sally, J.R. Hartley and Inspector Calls and other plays. Now I've not read Inspector Calls. However, I think don't spoil it. Don't spoil it because it is a murder mystery. I think I jokingly guessed the answer years ago. I came up with, I think, because I've not had it confirmed, the same answer as it actually is. Because someone went very quiet when we were talking about it, and I suggested it. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to finally reading this. It's like the Mousetrap in the West End. I've never seen that. So, and I don't want it spoiled, even though I've not ever planned to go, but it's like, I don't really want to know, just in case I go. It's not really a murder mystery. No, I know, but there's a twist, though, isn't there? There is a twist. Okay, yeah. All right, I've been told off. It's not, but you know what I mean? There is a twist, and I think I guessed the twist. Yeah, it's a lot to do with social society, isn't it, and class and that kind of thing. Thinking about buying a classic for tonight for 90 Taiwanese. I was going to say that's quite a lot of money, but it's not. It's £2.25 tonight. Either the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad or Fella's Beer's Day Off. That is two very different films. For me, I'd definitely go for Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. I think I've only seen that ever once. I believe Tom Baker's in that one as well. Doesn't he play some sort of mystic wizard type guy? And I've never seen Ferris Wheel's Bullier's Day Off. I've never seen that. Are you a mind reader, Ken? I was going to make a play about a detective and a criminal. Oh, there you go. I am a mind reader. I'm psychic. I'm Psychic Ken. Cosmic Ken. They used to call me Cosmic Ken, actually. But both classics now, and only for the price of this weekend. Oh, I see. Oh, you could do a back-to-back double bill. Tom Baker is the villain. There you go. I knew one of you would know. Well, if not all of you. Morning, Jam. Morning. How are you? Morning. How are you? We're just going through a few of my birthday presents, because it's my birthday Thursday, and it is Lee Ren's birthday today. And also Sally got me this, which is fantastic. Daily Meditations for the Turning Year. The Celtic Spirit by Caitlin Matthews. So he's actually in... Oh, let's do today's date then. Let's read today's date. It is... What's today's date? Hang on. Is it the 20th? It's the 20th today. Right, here we go. Oh, it's quite long, so... Hang on. Oh, no, there's a... Herbs. It's all about the herbs. I know Caitlin and her husband John. Oh, do you? You know Caitlin? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant. Ah, well, it would be good to have a good chat with her. Hang on. Okay, I'm just trying to read what this book is, actually. The ancient Celts and their spiritual meditators, the Druids, believed that the common of all living things and sought harmony between nature and human soul. Now, this inspirational book of day-to-day meditations, renowned Celtic scholar Caitlin Matthews shows you how to reawaken the power of the age-old spiritual inheritance. Did she give you some help with Beowulf Beastslayer then? Because she's Celtic? Is that... No, that's Norse. I'm getting me mythologies mixed up. Nice. Apparently it's pronounced Kathleen. Oh, Kathleen. Yeah, why didn't they spell it like that then? Why didn't she spell it like that, eh? All you people out there with weird names... It's spelled Zixven, and it's pronounced David. Is it now, David? Is it? Why don't you spell it the right way? Then I'll be able to know how to pronounce it. Right, I need some meditation to calm down. Let's read Kathleen's book then. Caitlin's book. No, Kathleen's book. Whatever. Matthew's book. Okay, there she is. There she is. Lovely. So, it shows how to reawaken the power of the age-old spiritual inheritance. Using poetry, myths, reflections, rituals and visualizations, Matthew leads you on a year-long pilgrimage that will help connect the cycles of your soul to the cycles of the seasons, from the winter months to Samhain, to the summer months of Beltane, from the meditations on the gifts and blessings of life, the insights, promises of soul. She enables you to complete your own sacred circuit of the turning year. Brimming with the legends and lore of Ireland, Wales, Scotland, Britain, Celtic spirit is a brilliant introduction to the sacred wisdom of the Celtic path and a poetic resonance of daily spiritual renewal. That sounds really good. Also, I do find books like this are very inspirational for fantasy writing. What does that say? Edith is a common name here. It's pronounced... I have no chance, have I? Ali. I have no chance. Here we go then. Jonathan's written, in answer to your question from yesterday, Jam. Oh, yes, I do read. When I was teaching full-time, I read for an hour a day on the bus, and wrote in the evenings. Now I write during the day. I normally read at the beginning and the end of the day. I'm reaching finished. I'm reading finished. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, Globe, Life of Shakespeare's London, yes, by Catherine Arnold, and The Furthest Station, a River of London novella by Ben Ananovich. Didn't Ben Ananovich write some Doctor Who back in the day? That should have read... I still can't read that. Recently. Recently finished. He did. Ah, there you go, yes. Forgot to mention I got my hands on Rivers of London. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, the Rivers of London's getting a lot of good stuff, hasn't it? It's recently finished. Yeah, Jonathan's still drunk. He gets drunk very early in the morning. Very early. It says, oh, I see this. So the bit in italics is the bit that you read. So it says, walk in nature, asking to be shown an herb, plant or tree that can bring healing to an ailment that you currently have. Let your attention be drawn only to the plant in question. You begin to notice that one particular plant almost waves at you. Go sit with it without touching it. Greet the spirit of the plant and intuit from sitting with it what kind of things is good for you. Ask permission to take a sample from the plant. and take a very small part if this feels right. In return, sing a song, pull out a hair and leave it nearby, and breathe your blessing upon the plant by the way of thanks. Identify your plant if you do not know what it is. Check your findings in a book of herbal properties. Do not use the herb in any preparation to ingest or anoint. However, this is the work of a professional herbalist from you can consult. Work only with the spirit of the plant. Visit the spirit of the plant to ask what actions or rituals this can help bring healing. Give thanks. That's fantastic. I love that. So already that's quite inspirational for fantasy writing, isn't it? As well. So there we go. That was today's one. So thank you, Sally. Really appreciate it. And Sally also got me cheeky monkeys. Cheeky monkeys. Look at this. Cheeky monkeys all in a stack. So there we are. Look, even sponsored by Mickey Mouse. Cheeky monkeys all in a stack. Who doesn't want a group of monkeys in a pyramid? Yeah? Who doesn't want that? Someone didn't want that because it was in a charity shop. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I thought you were being serious there. I've confused Thatcher's for milk in my cereal. Hey, was it confusing though? Was it? Got a copy of Back to the Future. When I almost said a blaxploitation film there, Black to the Future. When I was last at the Globe, which, like William Shakespeare's Star Wars. Oh, okay, I got a copy of Back to the Future when I was last at the Globe, which like William Shakespeare's Star Wars. Oh, and then it carries on. I was going to say it doesn't quite make sense. Was an Elizabethan adaptation of the same film. Oh, fantastic. That's a good idea, isn't it? That is a very good idea. So there we go. So that is pretty much... Oh, no. And then I got this from Sally's brother and wife and daughters and sons. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. It doesn't actually say it anywhere on the box or anything, but am I correct in thinking this is the leaf of Lothlorien from Lord of the Rings? It looks, I haven't checked it out, but it looks very similar. But it doesn't actually say that. Having seen William Shakespeare's Star Wars in the bookshop for Shakespeare. Oh, fantastic. And also I like this. It can be a badge, but it also can be a necklace. A birthplace instructed upon an Avon. We tried to get Shakespeare versus the short story into the shop, but no dice. Oh, really? Were they purists? They were like, no, don't sully your very own fig leaf. All right. Wouldn't mind it if it came from anyone else, but it's come from you, Sally. Awkward. Right, look at that. So I'm loving that. Oh, and look, it matches my shirt. Oh, it's like the stars have aligned. No, because that had the Star Wars one out there. Oh, okay. That's just being horrible then. I expect other publishers have more clout. Yeah. Proof that Kenny's a hobbit, exactly. That's further proof. Further proof. Let me have some honey tea. Oh, and another gift, actually, I've just realised. Sally also bought me this, which is fantastic. The Robe of Many Colours. So this is all about auras. Not key auras, but auras around the body, the magnetic energy. No doubt, in the Aquarian age now trolling towards its birth, such men as J.R. Hartley, as Ronald P. Beasley will be commonplace. His ability, teaching and therapies are norm of practitioners of the future. But in the present age, he stands unique in the field, a pioneer, a blazing trail wide enough that others may follow. Readers will find this book revealing of the meaning of the human aura, quite remarkable in scope and detail, reducing a difficult subject to the required simplicity that all may understand, which is very good, because then I can understand it. And this was published in 1968. And we are now, I think we are now in the age of Aquarius, aren't we? Or it's really close. So, always found the adorable scene in Fellowship of the Ring director's cut where Gimli asks only for one lock of Gellert. Yeah, exactly. She gave him 3. I know, that's really lovely. I only ever watched the director's cut now, so I've forgotten what bits are not in the original film. But is it Nora or links deodorant? Yeah. Exactly. Grocklesnook looks like a cat planning to pounce on your head. He always does. He always does, Jam. That doesn't surprise me. So there we are. So very grateful, very happy with my birthday gifts. I got some cards as well, and I got a lovely cake. Sally baked me a lovely cake. So let's crack on then. What have you guys been up to? What have you been working on? I know that Jonathan, I think we all know, hopefully we all know, has got a Kickstarter coming out on Monday, which is Shakespeare's birthday apparently. And it is Cthulhu versus Shakespeare, or I should say Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. You decide. No, Jonathan has decided. It is Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. So it's coming out on Tuesday. Yes. Don't worry about it, Jonathan. We'll edit that bit out. I thought it was Monday. Okay, it's coming out on Tuesday. So check that out on Kickstarter. If you haven't yet signed up, sign up so then you'll know exactly when it goes. Tuesday, Shakespeare's birthday. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was Monday for some reason. Yeah, go to Kickstarter, type in Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. 2 very awkward names to spell. And it's also called What Dreams May Come. It's Shakespeare versus Cthulhu, What Dreams May Come. So if you could go to Kickstarter, have a look, check out his campaign, see if it's something that interests you. It is another Ace game book. So if you've played any of Jonathan's Ace game books and you enjoy those, no doubt you're going to enjoy this one. We have played obviously a few of Jonathan's game books. We played Alice in Wonderland. We played Beowulf Beastslayer. We've played Dracula. What else have we played? We've played other ones. I'm sure we've played some more. Tuesday, Shakespeare's 460th birthday. Blimey, he must be old. Is he in a care home at the moment? And apparently Tuesday is the best day to launch a Kickstarter. No, Tuesday is the best day to launch a Kickstarter. Wow, currently mapping LIG3. It's a little ambitious, but I'll try. Yes, what is that LIG3? You'll have to spell that out for me, because I'm useless at anagrams as well. As well as everything else in the world. LIG6. Oh, Literary Immersive Game Books. That's it. Sorry, that's the overall title of your game books. So Jam's writing number 6. Wow, fantastic. Just putting the finishing touches to the Kickstarter video. Wink, wink. Yeah, apparently so. Good stuff. Apparently so. And Thursday's the best day to end on. Right. Well, thanks for that information. See, that's weird. That goes against my instinct, because it would be like, surely Saturday or Sunday, because people are free, they're not working, they're just, you know, ooh, what should I do? Then maybe they're looking at Kickstarter. Or is it the other way around? The Monday, they're bored at work and they're like, oh, just have a quick look at Kickstarter. Maybe it's that. Martha is trying to work on her book, but I can't consider it at all. Okay, are you stuck at a point then, Martha? Is that what's happened? Can't wait to visit the dear venerable bard next time at the Globe. Yes, I've, to my shame, not seen a play at the Globe, and I really should, because it's right on my doorstep. I did do the tour when it was actually being built, which was really cool. And also I've done another tour since it's been built, but not actually seen a play there yet. Take it easy, Martha, it will come. Yeah, absolutely. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Yeah, this is the thing. Don't put any pressure on yourself. That's a good point, actually, about, you know, us creatives. I've had to sort of really step back a little bit and say, okay, deep breath, because I want to feel every waking moment me doing my creative projects, because, stupidly, I've taken on too much and I've got commitments at the moment. So what I'm doing is I'm just saying, right, what's the next deadline? What do I need to finish next? Don't worry about everything else. So that's basically how I've been dealing with it, and making sure that I'm taking breaks as well, which is why I did start doing the live stream on Friday evenings at 7 p.m, because video games, because it's like, oh yeah, I don't play video games anymore because I'm thinking, oh, that's a waste of my time. I could be writing, I could be doing a board game or whatever. But what I found is it really helps because I'm live streaming. It's like, oh, I better do it, and therefore I really enjoy it, and also it then refreshes me and it gives me inspiration at times as well. So I did do a tour of a snow globe. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Oops, meant to concentrate. I'm a bit stuck. Yes, I'm outlining chapter 4. Yeah, exactly. I would just take a break from it and then go back to it and really work out what the problem is. I can't remember who it was, but they said, writing is just basically asking you lots of questions, a series of questions. So you ask the question, the bit that you're stuck on, and then answer that question. So it's like, okay, they've just fallen off a cliff. What happens next? Are they dead? Yes. Oh, okay. I'm going to write them how they die. Do they come back alive? Yes. Oh, okay. And then I need to write how they come back alive. Are they dead? No. Okay, so how did they survive? Ah, the eagles came. Right, okay, so the eagles swoop in and rescue them. So just ask that series of questions, and hopefully that can dislodge a bit of that. True date. The first half of the Dracula of... I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, Jam. Phenomena was written in two weeks. The first half took 2 months. Oh, I see. Oh, the last half took 2 months. Yeah, there you go, you see. So sometimes it can flow loads and others it's delayed. Dylan has published 3 books this year. Fantastic. What are you stuck on, Martha? There we go. So check out Dylan's books as well. Dylan Debat, I believe the name is, or Dylan Seymour. I'm not sure. So, I don't know if you renamed all of them. So there you go. Check Dylan's books out on Amazon as well. So I've been working on, my next stage, so I had been working on my game book, but I have both names, okay, yeah, Dylan Debat and Dylan Seymour. I have been working on my game book, To Kill a Thief, and that was going really well, and I've written 30 entries as a sample, because in mid-May, the 18th and 19th of May, I've got a stall at a book festival. So I want to give out free samples. I'm stuck on a part where my mayor does something out of character, too much stress. He shuts down mentally, but here he's protecting his own town, yelling at the elite soldiers with no fear or stress. Oh, there you go. Well, that sounds like a good little conflict bit. So then the bit you're stuck in, you just need to ask, what bit are you stuck on and how can you resolve that? I can't imagine how game books were written in the days of typewriter. Before a click or a mouse arranged the paragraph options into non-sequential order. Well, Jonathan has probably all the knowledge about that, but I guess if I was going to do it like that, it would be, you would write the entries and then you would just print them off. Well, you wouldn't print them off, they would be on typewriter. And then you would cut them out. Surely you would just cut all the entries up and then you'd have them just on the floor or a table, big table, and you'd rearrange them like that, and then you would number them on the back. I still don't click the mouse to muddle the sections. Yeah, no. Johnson says no. Tell us how they did it. Yeah, I've yet to get to the muddling up the sections bit yet. So, yeah, I've yet to get the muddling up bit, but I might do it that way. I'm not very good at using software. No, I am good at using software, but I don't like to. I like to do analog stuff, so I probably would print all mine off and just mix them all up and then number them. Ken was writing in the age of the quills. Oh, I like the sound of that. It was the age of the quills. A simpler life. A life with ink and quills. The muddling up bit is great fun. Yeah, I was going to say, is that what you do? Do you actually do that? You move them around. However, I have got my game book game show that Dave, my friend Dave, acting friend Dave, and I are developing together. And we are doing another performance of it. It's only like the 4th performance. And it is Devilish Dilemmas is the overall title of the series. This particular game show is going to be called Dragon Napped. It's called, but the overall title is Devilish Dilemmas. And I think I'm going to use that for my game books as well, because I really like that name as a series of books. Let me know what you think. Devilish Dilemmas. I think we've had this conversation before. So we are actually doing a performance of this at Presdale School. It's not connected to Presdale School, and it's in the drama studio. And I've only invited, I've not really opened it out to the public, but that is coming up. So I've got a deadline, and what we're doing is it's a work in progress show. So we are ironing out things still. Who did the artwork? Well, Jonathan, I knew you'd ask that. Have a guess. I went down the dark path, and we can talk about why. The thought struck me as I just walked past the antique store with a red old-time Right Rider that delightfully resembles the one that Snoopy types with. It was dark, stormy night, and little Woodstock looks on. Oh, yeah, I love that when he would sit on top of his dog kennel, wouldn't he? I love Snoopy. Bring back the Pea Prophets. I know, I've got a poster of Curse of the Myth Mage actually up there. Oh, no. So, Jonathan, no. I was very, very naughty. AI art, yes. You're not kind, Ken. Before you berate me, I did do AI art because I'm not charging for this. I'm not making any money out of this performance, okay? These are not distributed anywhere. They are given out to my friends, okay, and work colleagues. I'd rather pay an artist to draw the art for my book. Yes, Martha, and absolutely. As I say, this is just, I was never going to pay an artist or even draw myself on this poster. I have not got time for that. Okay? So my thinking was, if I put an image on there, I'm going to use AI art. I'm not making any money out of this. And this is only going to my friends and work colleagues and people that I know. So for me, I can justify this because once this day is over, these are in the bin. These aren't going anyway. Yeah, pay a real artist. But you're absolutely right. If I launched a game book, there's no way I'm using AI art. I'm not using AI art, okay? I'd rather pay an artist, build that into the Kickstarter, or I'm going to do the artwork myself. So for my game book, where I hope to make money, and I'll be selling that book for money, I will be doing the art myself. I mean, you've seen my art, so, hopefully I can do a good job. I pay artists too, but I now put a clause in saying that they can't use AI software to produce the art I'm paying them for. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. But if you're talented, if you're an artist that is really good at drawing, like Rich, Rich does our Story Spark cards. Surely you would just do let's show you there you go. Let's frame that better. Surely you would just do the artwork. Yeah, that is very good. Yeah, it's difficult though, because how do you know now? I mean, that's ridiculously good, isn't it? That's just ridiculously good. But I will never put it on stuff that I'm personally selling and making money from. So the show is free, the parking is free. I'm gonna be bringing soft drinks and snacks. That's all gonna be free. So Dave and I are making no money. In fact, we're gonna be out of money for this performance. So, but it is a big debate because it's here. It's here. And so I think for something like this, I don't feel too bad. However, you could turn a wider... It's the principle of the matter, and so I get that. Allegedly, purists of the recent Disney AI remastered Aliens were not happy that the 1986 grains and blurriness is missing from the picture because it is now clean and clear looking and not old anymore. Yeah, no, I get that as well. Like when they refurbish something, you know, they remaster something, it sort of slightly loses its charm. It's the same as listen to the records, vinyl and CDs, or, you know, digital. There's something charming about, you know, vinyl. And also, when you see an old building that you've walked past all your life and then suddenly they clean it, it's like, no, that's wrong. It's too clean. Yeah, do a Google search. There are regular cases of artists using AI art for large games companies. Oh, I see. The guy Troy Anthony. Oh, right. Used to use... Oh, the guy Troy Anthony used to use was rumbled for using it to create D&D art. Oh. But are they actually artists? Or, you know, or are these new people that have never been artists and they're going, oh, we could just say we're an artist and we're actually using AI art? I guess there's people like that out there now as well. I dislike Disney now. They aren't charming anymore. I'm still not giving up my Disney DVDs. And that is a very good point. That's a whole nother ball game about Disney. Yeah, charm. Have they lost their charm? Have they lost their sense of storytelling and characterization? And that's why owning physical copies of stuff is good, because you can actually, you've got that original. That's partly why I bought The Witcher. I'd wanted to buy The Witcher for ages, and I didn't really know how much it was, but because it's quite an old game now, you know, The Witcher 3, I bought it, I think it was 20 quid, which, you know, was in my budget. And it's like I've got it as a physical disc. No one's altering that. I guess they can still alter it by changing the updates and everything, but are they going to? I don't know. But you can play it offline, so, you know, you don't have to accept the updates, I believe. Anyway, yeah, so it's a whole good kettle of fish. But anyway, that's not reason why I showed you that. But yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, but I'm openly admitting this is AI art. And if I had more time, I might have drawn my own picture. But I certainly wasn't going to pay an artist to do this, because I'm making no money on this show. I'm losing money on this show. Not a lot, you know, I'm going to buy some soft drinks and snacks. But, you know, I don't need an artist for this. I could just put blank, or I could have drawn it myself. But there you go. When I can't afford illustrations, I use stock illustrations. Yeah, that's another way around it, yeah. For Peter, I use my own photographs. Yeah, with camera filter, that's good. And Mike Shepherd drew fillers. Yeah, no, fantastic. I think it works well in the time setting. Yeah, no, brilliant. And that's it. You've used a creative way around that. You've got a budget of, you know, £0 to £20, and you've thought, how can I get around this? Absolutely. I've used stock images previously. In fact, my Of Magic and Monkeys video was all a stock video that I did buy, though. I bought from the person that created it. And then what you do is you take out their illustrations and you put your own illustrations in. And this time, Of Magic and Monkeys, Rich very kindly said I could use his illustrations from the Story Spark cards and things like that in that video. So I got full permission from Rich. And I actually paid for that, and I actually paid for the music as well. And there was even a sound effect in that video that I also paid for as well. So, you know, when I'm trying to make money out of a project, I'll either pay the artist or I will do it myself. I have a photo of my late cat. Oh, and I want to use it for her art. Yeah, since it was 100% mine. Yeah, absolutely, Martha. No, absolutely. That is a good point. The way I'm going to do my illustrations is I've got loads of photographs now of castles, of medieval villages and cities and stuff like that, that I'm going to go through my photos and use them as reference. So yeah, absolutely. You know, I've got people dressed up in cosplay, you know, and stuff like that. So I know that's a little bit dodgy, but is it though? No, that's a good question. So if I'm at a games convention and I've asked, can I take your photograph? As long as and this is the thing about it, as long as you alter the costumes enough, then you should be allowed to use it, you know, because you're changing it enough from the original. I didn't realise this was going to go down a copyright issue discussion, but, you know, we are rambling. I'm divided on Disney. While I respect Jon Favreau for contributing to equal representation with Marvel's diverse superheroes, Kathleen Kennedy using Star Wars and Indiana Jones to alleviate young women by stepping over old heroic men. On the other hand, I have a huge bone to pick with. Yeah, it is divisive. Yeah. And that is a massive topic, maybe for another day, because I've just realised the time. We've been going for 41 minutes. So let me just keep you updated then with Devilish Dilemmas Dragon Napped. As I say, Dave and I are doing another performance. I think it's about the 4th performance. Work in progress. So we will be having the script in hand. We're on version 7. Well, actually, this is version 17, because I think we did 10 versions of a previous plot that we then scrapped, and we started with a different plot. Well, we took one of the plots from there, because initially we were going to have 3 different plots that they could choose from. It's far too complicated, though. Respectful and equal representation of heroic women, I support. Humiliating old heroes to do so, I do not support. That is very succinctly put, and I'm with that as well. There's no need to denigrate the old heroes just to prop up new heroes. Both can exist, absolutely. Bring on all the new heroes and celebrate the old heroes as well, absolutely. So this is the script, and I've done some more tweaking to it. It's more streamlined. There's variations in the tasks and challenges the adventurer who comes on stage from the audience will actually do, so it's not too samey throughout. It's a real stripped back version. You don't have stats anymore like a game book, because it was just too complicated to keep track of. So we're just really stripping it back. Disney should stick with innocent family stuff as Walt and his brother intended. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that business model works. You know, from a business point of view, that business model works. People love Disney from that. They didn't get to where they are because it failed. They got to there because people loved it, and they cared about the product, films. They cared about the films. They cared about the characters and the stories and all of that, and that's how it should be. And everybody that's creative should also do the same, he says on his high horse. Yeah, no, good point, Dylan. So it's a stripped back version of what we originally did, and I think it's tighter for it. It also should be more appealing to a wider audience as well. So if you're into fantasy, great, you're going to love this. If you're into game books, you know, an RPG, that kind of thing, you're going to love this. But also, we've sort of done a little bit of setting, a little bit of world building, so it's not just a game book, you know, on stage. There's a little bit of story at the beginning between my character, Loquacious McCarbre, and Melch, who is the Storyteller's apprentice, so which is what Dave plays. So hopefully it's a little bit more immersive, and also it can be opened up to a wider audience, you know, because we're hoping that we might get bookings for people's birthdays or corporate events, you know. And there's there's audience interaction as well. So, you know, if you're a corporate company and they do team building days, that kind of thing, we could do that, and this would fit really perfectly for that, as well as being an entertaining show. The other thing that I will say, which I think we did make a decision based off of the last outing of it, was the script is fairly sort of serious. You know, we don't put any innuendos in. We're not going for cheap laughs. it is a proper kind of fantasy story. However, Dave and I will ad lib, and based on the audience, the age group of the audience, we can ad lib, so we can make it really family friendly. So if we see that, we know we're going to get a family audience, then we'll keep it clean. It will be very family friendly, very family orientated. However, if we are, say, at the UK Games Expo, because that'd be really cool to do it there, and then we don't see any kids in the audience, then yeah, we might adult it up. Or we might do what, I always forget his name. Jonathan, is that his name? Jonathan, who does the Dark Room. He does a kids version and an adult version. We could do the same, because the script is basically the same. Where it becomes more adult is between Dave and I, our banter, basically. That's where Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom triumphed. Both young and old heroes of all ethnicities and genders were equals. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Lewin. Yeah, brilliant. Might Kickstarter PH6. Go for it. It will probably need a map as well as a filler. We'll write it in first and then decide. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, go for it. Have a good think about that. Because, sometimes you just got to try these things. I've had a couple of failed Kickstarters before, and an Indiegogo off Magic and Mice didn't fund. That's his name, John Robinson. Yeah, I'm slowly remembering his name. Yeah, really nice guy, really funny guy. And yeah, you might see that Kickstarter actually works. So I'm going to be kickstarting my game book. And again, it might work, it might not. You just got to do it. And if it fails, you look at it, you see why, and then you might go again, or you might just decide, you know what, I'm just going to put it out to Amazon and advertise it. Who knows? I was astounded how Dark Room was kept clean in 2017 and still raunchy enough for the adults. 7 years later, I still remember it fondly. Yeah, now I've not seen that, but I do. Maybe I should need to go and see it this year. I was delighted my first Kickstarter, Malika Lord of Envy, funded. Yeah, there you go. See, Jam? Absolutely. Absolutely. So you've built up a little audience now, so that, hopefully that keeps growing and growing and growing. So there we are. So very excited about that, because this is moving on. And we want to get to a stage. So after this performance, we will know how slick it is, how well it works, how all the games work, and all the all the minds, the sort of, we've got riddles in there, we've got different things like that, how they all work. And then it might be that we do we charge like £5 this time. We do a very, small performance, just to test it out, charge a £5, see what's going on. And then if it's really working well and we think, yeah, we've got it, then we can do proper performances and start saying, right, where can we put ourselves to get word out there. The Dark Room is returning to Fighting Fantasy. Oh, is it? Ah, well, I'll see it then. I'm going to see it then. I'll see it then, Jonathan, yeah. Fantastic, yeah, because I do want to see it. Because I want to know that it's different to mine. Mine and Dave's, because I've only ever seen the Nightmare show, and I forget that guy's name. Richard? Is it Richard? Really nice guy. Nightmare. And also I saw his role-playing game, the RPG stage show. And that's basically what inspired me to do this, because I was up in Edinburgh Fringe. Paul, that was it. Paul Flannery. Of course it is. Bearded guy. Yeah, really nice guy. I was actually in the Fringe with my Storyteller's Apprentice show, and I play Loquacious and McCarbre, so I'm dressed all in sort of medieval stuff anyway. And then I see him walk towards me. I went, "Is that Paul?" Or I went, "Is that him from Nightmare?" And he came towards me, and he was flyering. And I was with my friend Vicky, who played Stumps in the Storyteller's Apprentice, and she had changed out of a costume, but I couldn't be bothered to change out, so I just walked around Edinburgh in my black pirate frock coat, and he obviously thought he looks like the type of guy that would be into RPGs. So he walked over, and then I think he recognised me, because he went, "Oh, yeah," and we had a little chat. And so I came along to that, and I thought, yes, This is very funny. This is very low key. It was adult, so it was on about 10 o'clock at night, and the room was packed. And I thought, yeah, you've found your audience, and that's the key with this. As Jonathan knows, Jonathan has a built-in audience with the topics, with the themes of his game books. Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. If you're a Cthulhu fan, you'll probably go for this. If you're a Shakespeare fan, you might go for this. If you're, into Peter Pan, you'll go for his Neverland book. If you're Alice in Wonderland, you'll go for that book. So, he's using out of copyright material, which is great. So you've already built that in. This, though, isn't necessarily... Nobody knew what the story was, but they knew about RPGs. They know Dungeons and Dragons. So if you just say, well, what's the show about? Well, it's Dungeons and Dragons on stage. Okay, cool, I'm in. So it's the same with this. You like game books, you like interactive fiction, it's on stage. So, hopefully we've got a built-in audience there. Ken was at the Fringe as a flea. No, Dylan, I couldn't make the Fringe. I was at the flea market. That's the best you're getting. So that, and I remember seeing the show, and I'm sure he did this on purpose, but I was sitting right at the back, and bearing in mind I'd done my show that day as well, so I was just looking to be entertained. And he did pick me. He picked me to come up on stage. I'm not going to lie to you, I did enjoy that. Aha, since he's now public domain, how about Steamboat Willie gamebook? Yeah, absolutely. There you go, Steamboat Willie. Imagine that. Woo, woo, Steamboat Willie. So that's the main thing I've been working on recently, and I'm looking forward to it. Dave's looking forward to it. The nice thing about it is that Dave, although Dave isn't really into game books and into RPGs, he knows of them. I've tried to tell him about them. He is into board games and card games, though. He does like that. So we'll let him off. But the main thing is he's very enthusiastic about this. And he, we've known each other for like 10 years. We've been working in the murder mystery scene for 10 years together. We've got very good rapport and very good banter. So, new tavern name, The Rambling Storyteller. yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to be doing today, a bit later on, Steamboat Willie is an STD for sailors. It did cross my mind, that, Dylan. I was like, I'm sure you could do an adult version of that. But anyway, Steamboat William or Steamboat Bill. Steamboat Bill is actually a better name, Steamboat Bill. So I've got a costumes list, and I've also got a props list. And it's only when you start writing stuff down you go, oh, okay, oh, right, oh, yeah, we've got quite a lot of props. I hadn't realised that. And also the costumes, you're going, okay, because we're going to have people come up from the stage, plus Dave is going to be playing a few other characters as well. But it's all going to be very low-key, because we've not got a lot of budget. I saw a flea in the road yesterday. He was hitchhiking. So, later on today, I will be going into town to see if I can get some of the costumes. Going to visit around all the charity shops, see if I can get some costumes and the props. But before I do so, I need to sort of see if I've got any in my house at all as well that can be used. But yeah, that's the main thing I've been working on. Yeah, that's really it, because it takes a lot, as you know, to develop stuff. It does take a lot to develop stuff. Yeah, so we're hoping to do it at venues like UK Games. That was my main kind of idea. It's definitely good as a fringe show, so that would be good. Maybe we could do a few of the festivals, like well, there's Brighton Fringe as well, and there's also Edinburgh. And also, Dave did say that some people corporate might pay, for us to come in and do a show, because they do. Dave works for 2 murder mystery companies, the one that I work for as well, and another one, and he says they get more private gigs. And because they're low key, they can fit them in you know, people's houses. They can fit them in businesses. So he thinks that we might also, you know, get the corporate side of things as well. Or somebody's 60th birthday or 50th birthday. Who knows? Who the hell knows? So there we are. I think that's about everything. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, as always. I might make dice-inspired Edra. Oh, hang on. I might make dice-inspired my Edra. And yes, they will be purple. I remember that is your favourite colour. Yeah. Well, the background, although I am slowly sort of changing it, I think, but the background I normally have is that purple and sort of bluish purple background with the lightning on it. So for me, that's sort of the branding, but also the yellow and orange writing. There you go. It's right there. So yeah, absolutely. So dice made out of that purple with the lightning. That would be amazing. Maybe that's what I need to do with the game book. So what I want to do is, and then the alternative, the other thing to do is after I do the stage show, maybe I could convert the stage show into actual game books so that people like the stage show, they can then read the game book of the stage show. Does that make sense? Good night, everybody. What's that? Readless self for chocolate cake and song. Oh, yes. Happy birthday to you. I can try that. I have dice molds to make dice. Oh, have you? Oh, that's fantastic. What do you make them out of, then? Is it plastic? Or is it soap? Maybe dice soap. I ate an electing eel. I ate an electric eel this morning. Used a lightning fork. There you go. Watch out, Jimmy Carr. Jam's coming for your career. So there we are. So yeah, maybe with... Yeah, that's a good idea actually, Martha. Do it that colour. Because I was thinking because I do want to kickstart my game book in October, where apparently all the best people are born. And so, yeah. Curse those corrective texts. Yeah, no, I know. You got to double check everything. Live and let dice. Bing. Yeah, so I'm hoping to... So yeah, I was going to do some custom dice, I think, as an add-on. Or as an actual reward level. Okay, thank you very much. You guys are fantastic once again. It's always lovely to see you. I really, really do. Gockle Snook and I, we really do appreciate you stopping by and listening to me ramble on for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Hopefully you found it enjoyable. I'm sure you did. May I use that pun for Buff for comedian RPG Jam? Eating an eel adds electric damage to attacks. Yeah. Well, it's not mine to say yes, but yeah, go for it. It's a good joke. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Sally. Thank you. Have I missed anyone else out? Dylan. I think I said Dylan already. Thank you. I'm just trying to look at all the comments. I think that is everybody. And thank you to anybody that was watching that didn't comment, because I know you can do that. If you would like to comment, you do need to follow the channel. It also helps with the algorithm, so that's lovely. So thank you so much. And if you want to be notified exactly when I go online, when I go live, then just click the notification button, although sometimes it's a bit glitchy. So thank you for watching. Really, really do appreciate it. I am now uploading these to the Edra Tales YouTube channel. So if it's easier to watch on YouTube, if you've missed some of it or whatever, then you can just search Edra Tales on YouTube and you can watch it there. Thank you very much. Yes, and you, Sally. Oh, did I forget Sally? Thank you, Sally. Oops. Thank you, Sally. Have a lovely week. And I will see you next Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. UK time, where we play part 2 of Lone Wolf. We're doing a game book, Lone Wolf, The Kingdoms of Terror. So check that out. See you then. Nice one, Jam. Take care. And may the magic of stories flow through you always.